As we get things started here at Carmichael Arena, the officials, Julie Croman-Hook, Bruce Morris, Benny Luna on the call, and the Mountaineers start off with a rock, a quick jump shot, and it bounces around for the first shot for Sydney Shaw, gets them on the board. And here are your starting lineups presented by Capital One. Another steal and back-to-back points for the Mountaineers, filling it with fresh legs.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what they do. You saw the first bucket. They like to get to the rim. Great mid-range by Shaw, and then that defense is so stifling. You got to take care of the basketball.
They forced 20 or more turnovers in 22 games this season, third in the nation in that category.
I mean, that's the scout right there for Columbia. You got to take care of the basketball. They spent basically the entire practice working on breaking that press.
I love what Coach Griffith was telling her team. I want you at the hotel. Fake a pass to make a pass. We have to find ways to get them one way, fake another, getting each other a chance to get the ball and run the offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Just always thinking about the game basketball, no matter where you are in the hotel room. I mean, Coach Griffith, I mean, I just love her. Love hearing her, love talking to her, watching her coach, her expertise.
Too good for Cecilia Collins. She was impressive in the first four as well. Was a big boost for them in the first half where offense was not going well for them as Harrison up top knocks it down. Jordan Harrison averaging 13 points on the season. West Virginia lost in the semifinal to TCU in the Big 12, but it seems like since that last game, we mentioned just 2 weeks that they've had off, they are itching to get on the floor, and they've looked good so far outside of that turnover, but it was an easy layup had it not been.
Absolutely, 2 weeks. You talk about those 2 weeks that they had off. They were able to mix things up, as Coach Kellogg told us, being able to do some live action. They had rest days where they got to watch film and recover, work on themselves, and you're seeing it early, how great the Mountaineers have been so far.
Finished the season 24-7, 13-5 in the Big 12 as Columbia, on the other side, lost to Harvard in their Ivy League championship in the tournament game and only lost to Harvard in conference play. They've been impressive though, 23-6 as Megan Griffith in her 9th season, the 3-time Ivy League Coach of the Year, and her staff has that nod as well consecutively.
Columbia's got to figure it out defensively, just taking that pain away. They're not really clogging in there because those guards for West Virginia are so good getting downhill.
They are 4 for 4 from the field. Columbia on the way though, knocks down the triple, and that was something that they struggled with against Washington in the first game.
And this is what they worked on in practice. Collins in the middle, she's such a great passer, a great scorer, so that's where Columbia's gonna look to get to. I mean, man, it is a shootout.
Jordan Harrison with her 2nd triple of the day. The Mountaineers can score, and they can do that. Another deflection. Columbia will get it at the half-court line. It's suffocating. We were talking about with Coach just how it feels with them coming into the arena for practice yesterday. We said, what's the travel party? How many people are here? It feels like we're being defended on the sidelines as well. Trey by Kitty Henderson, good. And this is a good sign for Columbia shooting well outside.
And they got to keep going to that. Keep going to Collins in the middle, let her work out or get the pass as you just saw there.
That is the first miss for the Mountaineers, and a tie-up underneath. It will go to Columbia. Seems like it's going to be a foul on a holding ball. Harrison was trying to talk to the official, saying other words.
Look at that effort. We'll have another look at it in there by Kitty. Yes, they got some hands in, maybe calling the dive in on the body, but you gotta love the effort both ways. This is March, so we're gonna see a lot of bodies on the ground, bodies flying around.
Kylie Blackston charged with the foul. That gives Columbia the ball back. Kitty at the rim, off the glass, yes.
Kitty is so relentless in her attack to the basket. She was huge yesterday, getting to the basket, getting foul calls, and connecting on the free throw line, something that they struggled with for the majority of the season.
Both teams shooting 80% or better to start this game off on the floor. We wanted offense. We thought we were going to see more defense. We're getting a little bit of both.
I feel like that's how it always ends up happening. You have two defensive prowess teams, but lighting it up, getting a bit of a shootout. So I love it. It's entertaining.
6'3" freshman Jordan Thomas checks in for West Virginia. Blackson will take a seat, and they have an opportunity to get the ball in bounds. J.J. Quinterly off the glass. Her footwork is so impressive.
Her footwork is absolutely impressive. Just the way that she can get the defense changing levels, the shiftiness.
6 early points for J.J., and that one flies out of bounds for another turnover, the third for the Lions.
I mean, Quinterly puts so much pressure on the defense one-on-one. You look here, that's a great stop. But look at the shiftiness, the footwork, as you were saying, just to get to the rim.
It's not normal to see a player that can get everybody in the air on the floor on the opposing team. Up and under, good. Sydney Shaw. What an impressive performance we're seeing from her to start this game out. The junior from Miami, Florida, spent some time at Auburn as well.
I've had her at Auburn. She was an outstanding player. That's a program that really hangs their hat on the defensive end, so she fits so well here, and it also brings that offensive firepower as well.
West Virginia with the 6-point edge over Columbia. 10 on the shot clock for the Lions. Maria Avlihash couldn't connect. Cecilia Collins is like, why is someone right in my face?
Oh yeah, you have to make a decision with the ball because someone's gonna be there every single time, but an area I think that Columbia can thrive is in the offensive glass as well.
Like lightning, she strikes again. 8 points for JJ. Outside, Trey, good! As Riley Weiss has not cooled down. Her first field goal of the ball game as we're under the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Jordan Harrison didn't like the look, sends it out. Shaw off the bounce. A little congested up top for West Virginia. Front court battle and off the mark as Susie Rathew brings down the rebound. There will be a foul that's going to go against Columbia. It looks like Kitty Henderson will be charged with the foul as we're just underway. Action-packed here at Chapel Hill, Columbia, West Virginia after the break. Well, let's check out how Columbia is moving on. Brought to you by United Airlines, picking up their first win in the NCAA tournament. They got the win over Washington 63-60, trailed by as many as 13 points at halftime. Riley Weiss was incredible. Came down to this last huge rebound by Perry Page. The vibes are at an all-time high for the Lions, but as Kitty Henderson said, we'll be back, and we get to see him here today against West Virginia.
I mean, that was an incredible game. We were over here on the edge of our seats the entire time, but just the toughness, that Ivy League toughness. And it was amazing, too, to see West Virginia, the players, they stayed the entire game. They were so into it. And in the press conference, you can hear the respect that they have. But you got to have respect right there for Quinterly.
5 minutes into the game, and she's already in double figures.
I mean, she's unstoppable. We talked about it. Off the bounce, she's so quick, shifty.
She has half of the Mountaineers' points. And on the other end, a quick strike by Cecilia Collins. And
Cecilia Collins, the mismatch in this matchup for Columbia. They're going to have to go to her every time.
So Columbia will get the ball back right in front of Coach, which will probably give them an opportunity to have a conversation about what is next. And she's directing everyone and hovering. Another turnover, Jordan Harrison in the right place to pick the pocket. And the push from behind as Maria Oblihash will be charged with the foul, her first.
And that's just the name of the game here. Columbia, the Lions, they've got to take care of the basketball. This is what they do every single time. And that's an obvious push there.
JJ off the bounce, found a way to get it out, but gave it to the wrong team. Here comes Columbia. Weiss waiting for reinforcement. Finds Kitty Henderson in the corner and off the mark for the three. Over the back call for Perry Page, which will be her first personal.
I'm not mad at it. That's effort right there. Just a little out of control in the glass, but love the effort. We talked about tenacious she is on the glass, and that's going to be important to generate second chance opportunities.
So the Mountaineers get it back. Jordan Harrison with 8 points. JJ Quinterly actually with 8 as well. Spoke too soon on the double figures. As Columbia now, who's cooled off from the field after shooting 80% to start the game. Collins has a decision with 10 on the shot clock, double teamed, needing help, swarmed, calls her number and short. What a defensive series for West Virginia. Bounce pass, a little bit too much sauce, and a travel call will send it back to West Virginia.
And that's great transition defense by Columbia. And for Columbia on the other end, they're just going to have a lot more poise, patience. You want to slow it down, but make quicker decisions with the basketball because of the stifling defense, that pressure that the Mountaineers comes with, and that's been disruptive so far in this game.
6 turnovers for Columbia, only 4 for West Virginia. Starting off with a fresh shot clock after the turnover, JJ Quinterly couldn't connect outside. Kitty Henderson off arm, gets her second foul. And you wonder what adjustments will be made, picking up her second in the first.
Kitty Henderson on the attack. I believe it's the push off here. Very obvious, the arm went out. Great defense by Harrison.
How huge was it for Jordan Harrison to make the trip from Stephen F. Austin with coach, as he is in his second season? Mark Kellogg.
He said she was the first person he called. She didn't know what to expect as her coach was departing, but no hesitation there in going with him to West Virginia to bring this program up. Well, I'll tell you what, Angel, we talked about the New York Tough. We've got some New Yorkers behind us because I can hear them. I love it.
Just a 5-point game. West Virginia pokes it away. Here comes Woodley, and one too many steps, and she knew it right away. So Mia Broom will check in, the freshman, as we go back to the steal.
Look at this steal. Look how she just flies in there. Woodley isn't able to capitalize on the other end with the travel, but you saw the way that they're able to anticipate, intercept the ball.
Averages about 2 steals a game. She's everywhere on the floor. And how about her finding another one? 9 turnovers in the first quarter for Columbia.
And you can't be loose with the ball. You got to step to the pass, and the person receiving the pass has to come to it. I mean, you can't be loose with it at all.
Thomas gets the bucket for West Virginia. How about Columbia? Only averages 13 turnovers a game. Kitty Henderson able to get it back. Weiss lines it up. And over the back for Columbia. How many players are on the floor right now?
This is March. You ain't diving, getting on the floor. But I'll tell you what, for Kitty, I know that's frustrating there, but she's got to get a body on the block out.
Kitty Henderson picked up her 3rd foul. We talked about it earlier as she takes a trip back to the bench. What adjustments will be made? Picking up your 3rd in the first.
And that's tough. Because you talk about adjustments, it sort of changes the way you play, and this is their best defender. The way she's so pesky, you see the way that the game is being called. So you wonder if she's gonna kind of let off a little bit defensively, have to play a little bit smarter.
Quinterly connects on the second. 7 turnovers over the last 4 minutes for Columbia. And this is the biggest lead for West Virginia. And not only that, with a minute and 20 seconds left in the first quarter, they're still in the bonus. So Columbia down 24-15. Gentle reminder, they were down by as many as 13 at halftime against Washington. As there's a foul underneath against the Mountaineers. It'll go against Jordan Thomas. That'll be her first.
And also the other part of that too, we talked about Kitty being on the bench. That's their main point guard there as well, who runs their offense. She's a leader on the floor, so they're gonna have to figure it out without her.
Here comes Riley, pulls up, found space. And Columbia has gone cold from the field, shooting 50%. Now 46. Less than a minute in the first quarter. As a couple of Mountaineers relocated, and Harrison will turn that one over.
She saw what could have been open. She thought that was there in the corner, but you can't predetermine it.
Harrison checks out, Shaw checks in. 7th turnover for West Virginia, and the full court press still applied against Columbia. One of the key things is how they can hold on to it. They cough it up again. The 11th of this quarter.
I mean, that's just a matter of getting sped up because they got through the press, and I think you just have to kind of calm down once you get into the half court.
You got to think, if you're Megan Griffith, I'm not seeing those pump fakes that we were talking about at shoot-around. Travel called, so they'll give it back to Columbia. Thomas on the take. Close to a 4-minute scoring drought for Columbia. Can they change the narrative here? Collins gets the ball in. Mobley Hosh handling it in front of one of the best defenders in the country. 5 on the game clock. Sends it off to Collins. 2 off the glass, nothing there, and that will bring the first quarter to a close as West Virginia has the edge, 24-15. What a performance, 11 turnovers for Columbia. Well, it's the first round here in Chapel Hill, West Virginia and Columbia starting us off, but when West Virginia is in the building, you talk about defense. So let's talk about the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year finalists. How about the LA Rivals, Lauren Betts, who we saw last night, and USC, of course, the Bun, Juju Watkins. You got to talk about that. And 2 others in the backcourt, Hannah Hidalgo and JJ Quinterly, have been named the final 4 finalists for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year. We've been able to see them really disrupt Columbia's offense in the first quarter. They forced 11 turnovers in that frame.
Stifling defense, they're athletic, they can move all over the place. I mean, you see the versatility, the way they're able to switch. And JJ Quinterly, I mean, look at her on the ball.
While chewing gum. Riley Weiss has been quiet since her first triple of the game, and another off the mark for Perry Page. Susie Raffu battling inside, finally gets that. They'll say no good, and a hold will keep it with Columbia.
So no basket there, Angel, but that's where they can get their money from, is on the glass offensively. They've got the size in there, and you know, that's just what they excel in the offensive boards, and needing it right now if they're missing shots.
Sydney Shaw charged with the foul as Raffu. One-on-one coverage from Jordan Thomas. Collins off the glass, short. Tried to get it back, and a jump ball will keep it with the Lions.
This is that grittiness, that toughness, and I love getting the ball into Collins because she has a guard on her. She can get it in to the basket, but look at Collins there just fighting, ripping that thing away. That's that New York tough.
Perry Page off the glass, rips it again, couldn't connect. It has been a battle underneath. Quinterly, one to beat, pulls up. And it will go to Columbia. How about in the first quarter, there were 16 baskets and 19 turnovers between the two teams, and Columbia just trying to change and make that adjustment offensively. And so far, if they can connect on the inside, we've seen that change to start the second quarter.
Exactly, the inside is where it's at. They have to have a dynamic, balanced attack, not settle outside, try to get it in. Talked about Collins, the mismatch.
Perry Page off the glass and a bucket. Gets her first field goal, and how about a 4-minute drought that was had for Columbia to close the first quarter.
Finally starting to figure things out, as you said.
First points of the second quarter. And the Lions fans come alive. Over the top, finds the hands of Woodley, rolls it in. Woodley's first points of the game. Maria Oblihash handling things coming up the floor. A swarm of players and a elbow to the face on JJ Quinterly. Just good to see her getting up.
Yeah, that's just a tough one there, Quinterly. Just trying to play some defense here. The swarming, obvious elbow to the face by Rafue. Got her right there with the elbow as Quinterly goes down, the foul call.
And the officials have to review this as well. That's above the shoulders. They were going to see if this is a basketball play or if it's going to be upgraded.
The call on the floor is a personal foul, reviewing the play to see if there's a potential upgrade.
So before the break, there was this foul by Susie Rafue that connected to the face, the jaw of JJ Quinterly. Quickly, the officials, Julie Cromanhook, Bruce Morris, and Benny Luna went to the monitor or to the table to review and see if it was going to be upgraded. Indeed, it is to an intentional foul, so they'll get 2 shots in the ball back. But they told us it was deemed contact to the face and it was excessive. So that I felt like was the right call.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one thing to try to carve out and get space, but when the elbow starts to really move, and there was a lot of excessive after involvement of her trying to carve out that space, it made it an obvious call.
And also, you can also play that video and say, how disruptive is their defense? When you feel like you have nowhere to go, it's smothering. So Harrison at the line for another free throw as JJ Quinterly will take a seat, and she knocks down both, and West Virginia will get it on the side.
And we got to say that we're happy that JJ Quinterly is okay after taking that shot to the face.
9-point lead for the Mountaineers, just under 8 minutes here in the second quarter. Chapel Hill site, the winner of this will get the winner of either Oregon State and North Carolina. That game is going to be following us. And a 5-second call. And another turnover for Columbia, the 12th on the night.
Disruptive every single time, and they're switching up ways in which they do their press. That time they were not on the ball. They just took away every single option to pass, not able to get the ball in.
How about Kitty Henderson checking back in with her 3rd foul?
They had to get her back in the game. She's the one that runs the offense.
And another foul called on Columbia. More free throws on the way. So Maria Aribola commits the foul as Kaya Watson steps to the free throw line. shooting 62% on the season, knocks down the first of the pair. Made the Big 12 all-defensive team, first in steals per game, so she's very active on that back line as she knocks down the second.
How about their press being so disruptive that now Coach Griffith is forced to put in their point guard that has all those fouls, those 3 fouls. She's got to be careful.
At first, I thought you were going to say Coach Griffith has now checked in the ball game.
If only.
She scored 1,000 points while she was at Columbia. An offensive rebound, a rarity for the Lions. They get another look at it as Collins pulls up and drains it. So that snaps the 8-0 run for West Virginia.
Collins had the size advantage there, was able to elevate easily over Harrison and get that shot.
6 points for Cecilia Collins. One of the 2 seniors on this roster for Columbia. So shifty. Harrison once again finding the paint in a bucket.
Yeah, just able to get through that 3-2 zone, find that spacing once you get across that top heaviness.
2 players now in double figures for the Mountaineers. JJ Quinterly with 10, and Jordan Harrison with 12. Off the bounce, Shaw couldn't connect, and off the hands of Tirza Moore. Both teams started off the day shooting 80% from the field, and it slowed down quite a bit, mainly because of the fouls we've seen in this quarter. But also Columbia taking a better care of the ball. They had 11 in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's exactly how Virginia was getting it.
Block up top. Katie almost pulled up the 4th. Harrison adds to the stats. 14 now for Jordan.
That's what it's been, carrying the momentum for West Virginia. The turnovers, steals to score.
12-2 run forces a timeout for Megan Griffith after that trap.
This is a coach in Megan Griffith that does not call timeouts, and how about it, West Virginia forcing them to call a timeout because of this, the stifling defense, the block, the steal here, converting defense to offense. West Virginia with momentum.
So coming up at halftime, you've got Degree in the studio. As the Huskies out to a commanding lead, we also look ahead to USC's opening game. Juju Watkins and the Bun and the rest of the crew. Oh my God, Lindsey Gottlieb and what she's been able to do with that roster. And we've seen so many different number 1s. USC has been right there. But exciting to see. They're finally on the floor.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Juju comes with, the swag, what she comes to play with. And that duo between she and Kiki Iriafen, I'm loving it.
So Angel Gray and Asia Ellison here at Carmichael Arena for the first of 2 games here today. Tipping off with Columbia and West Virginia, Oregon State and North Carolina. No, you're not watching North Carolina. I know the colors are very similar. But they will be following us as they are the host team. Broom able to get it out of the corner. That's the danger zone against this West Virginia defense rather. Collins dishes it off to Weiss. Gets it back. 3-ball good.
You saw how much more poised and calm Columbia was in that possession. It's paid off. That timeout paid off.
Very poised. I think, to your point, that was the best possession we've seen from them so far today.
Yeah, coaches definitely got him in that timeout, calmed them down, went through a play call.
A swarm on the baseline. They get it out, 5 on the shot clock. JJ kicks it out, 1 on the shot clock. Did she get it off in time? As Harrison gets the rebound off the glass, not enough. Collins held up quite a bit by Sydney Shaw, who's going to be charged with a foul, and that'll be her second personal. Actually, they say it's J.J. Quinterly, which will be her first. So Sydney Shaw still at 1 foul. Columbia trying to get it in and can't.
That stifling defense every single time, and Quinterly on the inbounder, hands up, everybody's being taken away. It's just been that kind of day so far.
Jordan Thomas checks in the game for Tirza Moore as Columbia coughs it up for the 13th time today. There has been an improvement in the second quarter, only the second one of this frame. Quinterly in the corner. We talk about the speed of J.J. Quinterly. How about Jordan Harrison? Second attempt after the lunge. Had to will that one in.
When you talk about the speed, it's everybody on this West Virginia squad that's got it. That's why they're able to defend so well, get by you on offense.
How about J.J. Quinterly? During the 3-game winning streak they had before the TCU loss, she was averaging 31 points per game, shooting 63% from the field. And oh yeah, Asia, 53% from 3.
She's been on a hot streak. She's quick, efficient, puts so much pressure on the one-on-one defense. She's just unstoppable.
Gets the ball back for West Virginia, has one to beat, puts it up, why not? 15 points for Quinterly, and her family is loving it. This is the biggest lead for West Virginia, led by J.J. Quinterly with the last 5 points for the Mountaineers.
It has been the defense all game long. You got to look at that defense, Angel. It is stifling, hands in the face. I mean, we feel suffocated here. Steal to score, it's that easy. This is what the Mountaineers love to do and do best. And how about Harrison? Able to draw the defense in there and get the offensive foul, forcing 5-second violations. I mean, they're doing it in so many different ways. And I mean, we keep seeing it. Harrison here, just the stopper on defense. Coach frustrated, trying to figure some things out on how they can just stay poised, stay patient, limit turnovers.
Well, it's tough to do when they rank nationally in the top 15 in a lot of different categories defensively, as Watson said, I'll take that one too. West Virginia has 13 points off of the turnovers. Looking to build here and can't there. This is like the school bully taking lunch money.
Absolutely, I mean.
Harrison threaded the needle to Thomas as she gets the bucket.
And here they are set up again.
Henderson got the bump. She'll get free throws. And those will be the first free throws for Columbia today. So Jordan Harrison will be charged with the foul. Collins thought she was coming out. She was actually getting some instruction as Columbia was not doing too well from the free throw line in the first 22 games. However, in the last 8 games, they've been shooting 70%, and it was needed against Washington.
Exactly, that was the difference maker, was being able to capitalize on those free throws late in the game when fouls were being called.
And it was deadly for Washington. They just went 3 for 10 from the free throw line in the loss, 30%. One more on the way for Kitty Henderson, has 5 points, 2 for 4 from the field, playing with the 3 fouls. One of the 2 seniors for Columbia out of Australia. And the winningest player in program history. Also passed Coach Griffith for 9th on the Lions scoring list. That was earlier this year, as the officials just trying to make sure everything is in its place before the next free throw. And can't connect on both. However, Perry Page with the rebound. Weiss pulls up. .70 run for West Virginia. And that flies out of bounds for Harrison. So West Virginia, yes, they have turned Columbia over 15 times, but they too have turned over the ball 10 times in this game.
And they say it, those who turn people over more often than not get turned over themselves. And I mean, how about the job that they're doing on Riley Weiss, containing her? She's only got 3 points.
West Virginia averages about 15 turnovers a game, but however, going back to the point of that, it's that West Virginia is actually scoring off of the turnovers. Dish underneath, Raffew too much. Quinterly tapping the rock up top. Watson gets Page in the air, and a travel call assessed. Mark Kellogg doesn't agree, as he is in his 2nd season. Coming from Stephen F. Austin, as we mentioned earlier, he told us we have to win the glass and we can't commit turnovers. And so far, they have been able to turn them over 15 times but aren't winning on the glass. As another tray ball. This is a team that you can never count out.
And a player, indeed, that you can never count out in Riley Weiss. She can catch a hot streak at any point. We saw it from that last game. She is dangerous when that happens.
He had the 19 points in the 2nd half, 19 of her 24 total of the game. Harrison. Harrison pointed to the spot on the floor and said, "Watch me work."
Yeah, I mean, I know the drop coverage is there to protect the basket, but she's fire from that mid-range, so you have to give her a bit of a contest.
She has only missed 1 field goal today with 16 points. Collins coming alive. She's in double figures. So J.J. Quinterly took on the committee. She'll get a trip to the charity stripe. From our angle, it looked like there was a hand on the ball. Trying to figure out who the foul was going against, and it looks like Cecilia Collins that was on the backside, so that baseline official saw something different.
Yeah, I agree with you. I guarantee that maybe there had been a hand on there, because from our angle, that's why you saw the look on my face. I thought all hands were on the ball. Have another look at it here. Yeah, they got her riding her there on the inside. It's a tough one.
Splits the pair. Opportunity for Columbia. Backcourt players with a little bully ball on the inside.
Coach Kellogg is like, what? Riding for his girl Harris. A lot of contact in there as Collins was trying to play a little bully ball in the paint.
Mia Broom for Columbia will take a seat, and Jordan Thomas was charged with that last foul for West Virginia. 1:02 left in this 1st half. It has blown by. West Virginia has been in charge most of the way. Columbia trying to find some offense with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Why not call on Riley?
She's going to continue to try and carry this team. We know what we're going to get from Riley Weiss. I mean, she's got fire in her veins. She wants this.
They've hit their last 3 field goals as Riley has 8 points. J.J. Quinterly just off the mark. Tapped in the hands by Shaw. Now a 3-second difference on the game in shot clock. Harrison resets. Five on the shot clock. Blackston. Off the bounce, not enough. And a turnover for Columbia this time.
That was excellent defense from Columbia, and they had the entire crowd with them on that possession.
So a forced turnover for Columbia. That'll be the 12th for West Virginia. And they get the ball back with 3.6 on the game clock. Hit out of bounds, now 1.4 on the game clock. Maybe about 3 feet up the floor. Action is gonna have to go to the rim. Raphael just off the mark. As that will do it for the first half, and West Virginia has been dominant. Jordan Harrison and J.J. Quinterly with 16 points as they had the 46-25 lead. Now let's go to Degree in the studio. The NCAA Women's Championship is presented by Capital One. And you're watching the first round presented by Intuit TurboTax as we welcome you back to Chapel Hill. West Virginia edging Columbia 46-29. They were dominant on the defensive end, forcing 15 turnovers. We'll see if Columbia has a response in the second half. Thanks for joining us. Angel Gray alongside Asia Ellison, and it was a blur to see what West Virginia was doing to the offense of the Lions. What are some things that really stood out to you in that department?
I mean, it has been the steals, and again, the steals. That defense was so congested. We were feeling it over here, Angel, and forcing 15 turnovers, 10 of those were steals. That means live ball turnovers in which they were able to convert on the offensive end. They averaged 13 a game, and they're already at 10 in this half alone. I mean, this is really where they have been absolutely dominant, is stealing the ball, converting on the other end.
Yeah, 15 points off of the Columbia 15 turnovers. Let's take a look at today's Game Track, brought to you by Invesco QQQ. Quinterly, yes, she is a two-time honorable mention All-American, playing like an All-American in the first round here today.
I mean, there's no answer for her. I mean, we talk about the defense already. She's leading the team in steals individually. And then offensively, the speed, the foot speed, I mean, can't nobody stop her.
And no one can stop Jordan Harrison. She now has 18. Still has only missed one field goal on the day. Big 12 third team. Jordan Harrison leading the way in points for the Mountaineers. Good sign for Columbia. Perry Page knocks that one down. This is a team that has 3 of the top scorers and rebounders in the Ivy League on this roster. They have about 8 threes per game that they put up this season. Right now they're sitting at 6. And Jordan Harrison with the first 20 ball of the day.
And we knew this was coming because you watched that Washington matchup and the way Savia Sellers, the driver, was able to get on in. And this is what's happening all game. Columbia's got to find a way to stop those drives, cut off those angles.
Raphael up top. Looking to get an angle, found the side of the backboard.
Raphael needed to get that ball to Collins. Collins had the mismatch, and Sydney Shaw on her was looking for a touch in the paint.
Quinterly turned down the 3, found a spot on the free throw line and couldn't connect. A lot of bodies underneath. Kitty Henderson hitting the deck. So the jump ball will go to West Virginia.
Harrison just so unstoppable. Shifty with the crossover and the blow by right there. I mean, how do you stop that?
Has 20 points today, 8 for 9 from the field, has reached 20 or more points 8 times this season. Season high is 23. She did that in the opener against Townsend. I feel like she's well on her way to move beyond that. Collins with the jumper, can't connect, and Watson with the rebound. You can see the wall that they're trying to build for J.J. Quinterly. Harrison off the top leg. There's Quick, and then there's Jordan Harrison.
I mean, that's way too quick. You blink, she's right by you. It's not really much you can do. You almost have to play off a little bit more.
Does Columbia have something in the tank? Reminding everyone they were down 13 against Washington. Right now, they're just trying to take care of the ball. Perry Page with the block, gets it back for the Lions. Looking for help, doesn't see any of her teammates running with her, so she'll just slow it down up top. Riley travels with the help side defense. And the 17th turnover for Columbia.
That was excellent, as you said, help side defense to cut everything off, collapse in on Riley Weiss. They're just doing an outstanding job guarding her defensively, taking away her looks, collapsing in, making everything difficult.
Whistle finally blows as West Virginia will get 2 free throws, and we have some unhappy New Yorkers behind us, Angel.
All game, I'm loving it. I feel right at home.
It's like the worlds collide. West Virginia, who has traveled very well here for the first round, as JJ knocks down the first. Well, for the 5th straight year, every NCAA Women's Championship game is on the networks of ESPN. For more information, go to ncaa.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships. Perry Page looking for help, finds it in Kitty Henderson. The quick dish out, and it rolls in. It's those type of plays under duress they need.
Exactly, but we do got to be careful. You can't get caught up in that corner because that thing is dangerous, but you credit the poise, the patience. They were able to get it out of there and get a 3-point bucket out of it.
The second player in double figures for Columbia, Riley Weiss, with that 3, her 3rd of the game. Perry Page has been a monster on the boards.
And I love the way the ripping of each rebound that she gets. She wants it, and we see it on this end. It's a great way to get it out the trap. Great find from Kitty to the 3-point sniper in Riley Weiss to be able to connect on it. They're going to need a lot more of those.
Kylie Blackson called for the foul, the 5th-year forward. So I do believe we have a sanitary issue that we have to make sure everyone is taken care of. Might be a little blood on the jersey for Kyla Watson over there. The whistle blows, so I feel like everything's good to go.
Everything's good to go. Lots of players with the blood on the jersey. That's just the type of game that we have, the gritty one.
Columbia able to break the press. They looked in sync on that last one, and the tray from outside, deep 3, no good. Perry Page with her 6th rebound of the day, leads to another triple for the Lions.
2 rebounds alone in that possession, and they're rewarded with a tray ball.
That's the 8th 3 for the Lions, 14 points for Collins. JJ can't respond with one of her own. Kitty eyes up, sends it to Perry Page behind the line. Look at the grit. Riley Weiss with another opportunity. Collins has been on a tear. beats one and gets fouled in the process. Kylie Blackston called for her third foul. So after that foul by Kylie, they'll get it back. West Virginia still out front, 54-38. Well, if you are new to the Mountaineer Tribe and to this team for West Virginia, yes, they are tough on the defensive end. They have done it the last 2 seasons where they forced 15 or more turnovers in 63 of the 64 games. They led the Big 12 in defense, steals per game, and forced turnovers. And yes, they have done it today after 2 weeks off. So they are even more fresh than we can expect.
That's what I'm saying. They're already in shape to do this no matter what, but that's what makes it worse is they're on extra fresh legs coming into this one, and that's what we're seeing.
Kitty Henderson can get it off the glass and has to be careful. Picked up her third foul in the first quarter, has done a good job maintaining because her team needs her in this ball game.
I mean, that's veteranship. It's that IQ, that Ivy League IQ, but that veteranship and experience and being able to just maintain and play through the fouls.
Harrison gets fouled off the reverse. The foul will go against Maria Oblihosh, her third.
Have another look at it here. Hands on the hit there, but hands on the hand too as she was going up for the layup.
Talked about the defense. We can say it at nausea. They force turnovers on 33% of possessions for opposing teams.
I mean, every time you dribble the ball, you're getting swarmed at least by 2. You're getting swarmed every time you pick up the ball. When you're in those hot spots on the court, I mean, look here. Look at Harrison just taking away the pass. They're on a string defensively in the press, going back into the half court, clicking on all cylinders, and we take the athleticism and you put that into play.
Six on the shot clock for Columbia. Shaw trying to defend Collins in the paint, and a foul called underneath. So Sydney Shaw called for her second personal and the third team foul, and just the second trip to the free throw line for Columbia. Kitty went there the first time earlier in the first half and couldn't connect on either. Rolls that one in. The Ivy League Defensive Player of the Year, first team All-Ivy as well. Last year was on the second team All-Ivy. And her first points since the first quarter, as we mentioned, she was dealing with the foul trouble in the first frame. Deep seal underneath, and that rolls in for Jordan Thomas. Jordan Thomas with her third field goal of the day. Columbia down 17. We're down as many as 22. Trying to work their way back into this ball game. Nice find underneath.
That's how you continue to be poised and patient. I feel like they're getting frazzled by the defense, but you keep that patience there and you get great looks like that under the basket.
Maria Oblihosh with 5 points today. And another look as Columbia gets the ball back.
I mean, this is the patience that you've got to play with. Collins is an absolutely excellent passer out of the high post. Oblihosh, that's how you sneak back in the back line of that defense. It's an easy one there.
Sophomore from Belgrade, Serbia, transferred from Ole Miss last season. Has found a home just south of Harlem and Columbia. In some way, the ball found the hands of Quinterly. Hit it off the leg of Henderson, so they'll get it back.
Have another look at it here. Quinterly just bounced the ball off of Henderson, so able to get the Mountaineers the possession.
Harrison steps up, in and out. A rare miss for Jordan. How fitting. In the arena that the great Michael Jordan played in. As J.J. Quinterly drops that one in.
Nice crossover there.
2 players with 20-plus points for West Virginia. And that last bucket for J.J. Eight seconds on the ticker. Collins working on the inside. And Shaw flies in for the rebound. Shaw with her 4th rebound. How about Thomas with 5? So it's been spread out on the glass for the Mountaineers. All but 2 players, or 1 player that has checked in, has a rebound. Beautiful dish underneath as Jordan Thomas connects.
And I love that Shaw put the goggles up for that vision. That was a great pass.
I like the emotion, the reaction for the goggles.
I'm all about the motion and the reaction.
Approaching a minute here in the 3rd quarter. So with 7 on the shot clock, Harrison commits a foul.
So look at this pass here. You draw 2. It's a textbook drop pass there into the paint. Such a great zip pass there too. And Sydney Shaw, she knows it. She puts the goggles, says, I got that vision, baby.
So Jordan Harrison has 2 fouls, but on that duck-in too, you think about the film, Riley Weiss had an opportunity to drop down on that backside. Gives up two points because of it. 13 on the shot clock after that foul. And J.J. Quinterly read that like a book. Euro step, nothing there, and no foul as well. Here comes Kitty. Found her way to tap it back. Riley Weiss, yes! Final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Columbia said we're not done yet. Two on the game clock, the dish and the bucket. As Kyle Watson gets it before time expired.
Have another look at it. Back and forth in those last few possessions, but another pass. Watson able to get it up before the buzzer goes up. The Mountaineers just continuing to gain momentum in this one.
Well, let's check out how a few Mountaineers are fueling the run. Brought to you by Wendy's. J.J. Quinterly and Jordan Harrison have been on a tear.
Both in the Dub Club with 20 and 23 respectively. Quinterly has just been absolutely unstoppable, just getting by, but then also from beyond the arc. I mean, these two have been on an absolute tear, both leading the team in steals in this game. Two-way players. I mean, how special is that for the Mountaineers?
I'd say it's pretty special. Jordan Harrison, though, 23 points, tying her career high, 4 rebounds and 5 assists. Been everywhere on the floor, and a combined 43 of the Mountaineers' 63 points. Shaw got stripped by Cecilia Collins, and she's saying it was off her leg.
Let's have another look at it here where this was called. Ooh.
Ooh, not the leg, maybe the hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say the hand.
Replay on.
I mean, we're just over here, so.
We just like to look. Executed perfectly for Sydney Woodley to get to the bucket. And a foul by JJ, who thought she had the steal there. And instead fouls Katie Henderson. That's her second. As we have the final 10 minutes here between Virginia, West Virginia, and Columbia. The winner of this game will get the winner of Oregon State and North Carolina. Collins able to hold on to it. Still time on the shot clock for the Lions. Thomas was demanding the ball on the inside, battling with Perry Page underneath.
Yeah, you got to get it into her. She's working in there.
Is that what you would tell your guards?
Heck yeah. And not in maybe in a less PG fashion.
4 on the shot clock. Quinterly, corner 3. Second chance opportunities. The 6 offensive rebound for West Virginia. How about 12 offensive rebounds for Columbia? 6 on the shot clock. Again, Quinterly with a short shot clock. Blocked from behind, and another foul on Columbia. How many opportunities were given in that possession?
Absolutely, but Jordan Thomas is in there working. I'm not mad at it at all. On the post up, on the glass.
Kitty Henderson couldn't get that over Thomas. 18 still on the shot clock as look who checks back in. Jordan Harrison reloaded.
And I love that, just with the lead that they have so far, both of those two being able to give one another a little bit of well-deserved rest.
And a hold there. It looks like it's going to go against Cecilia Collins. So her third foul. Got a little held up on the toss in and wanted to prevent a pick 6. Shaw found the lane, pulls up, and nothing there. Riley Weiss has been quiet offensively in this second half. Mia Broom back in the ball game for Columbia. Susie Raffu. It seems as if Columbia's getting the looks they want underneath now in the second half, just not being able to connect.
Not being able to connect, and then you credit West Virginia for keeping them to that one shot.
So both teams have gone cold from outside. As Kitty Henderson will get 2 at the charity stripe. West Virginia shooting 21% from 3.
It's a great takedown in there by Kitty. As Shaw tries to go for the block. Almost had all ball. I think she might have grabbed her, got her on the arm a little bit. on the follow-through.
Kitty rolls that one in. Well, the coverage of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship continues on CBS, TNT, TBS, and True TV. For more information on game times and listings, go to ncaa.com. It is busy in the Triangle. And we'll get more into that in the next game. It's very shocking to see as North Carolina, all the staff here watching that game yesterday. Duke, the only ACC team in the field. The first time ever. So Shaw will take a seat. JJ Quinterly checks back in the ball game. It's like an electric car. You just go for a little bit, get recharged. Let's see how fast she can go. Let's see how fast she can go. JJ with the assignment of Riley Weiss. Looking for help on the pickup. Kitty Henderson with a beautiful dive to the rim.
It's a great read, reading the defense and finding the open gap to dive and get in for the bucket.
3 players in double figures for the Lions. And a quick strike for the Mountaineers. West Virginia reaching 13 conference wins for the 3rd time in 13 seasons as Columbia is able to put some points on the board. Is there enough time? 5:28 left in the 4th quarter. Down 16 to West Virginia. Well, look who's entering the arena. Oregon State will be taking on North Carolina. Here's their arrival. And here is our bracket. The winner of this game between Columbia and West Virginia, we'll see them on Monday against the winner of North Carolina and Oregon State. North Carolina, the host team here at Chapel Hill, hosting for the first time since 2015. We will see them on the floor following our game. And how about Oregon State? All the changes they've had, but you remember all the success they've also had within their program. It's going to be a fun one as the fans are already in the building for the next game.
I know, seen a lot of orange, a lot of Carolina blue.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry. What?
Carolina blue.
So you have a southern accent. Gotta love it. Offensive foul called against the Mountaineers, so Columbia will get the ball back. So Kaya Watson charged for her first foul. Earlier we said, is there enough time for Columbia to continue to trip away? The biggest lead was 22 for the Mountaineers. Now sitting at 16, and Woodley almost had another pick. Kitty, the turnover, the crossover. That's what it's felt like all day. Who's going to come up with the rock?
All day. As soon as you saw Kitty, she got it back, and then more hands swiping in there. That's what you're getting with West Virginia, just this team defense that's absolutely stifling.
Well, that was a foul on the baseline for J.J. Quinterly. Broom will pick up the foul there. Well, just under 5 minutes in this ball game, West Virginia holding on to this double-figure lead. Well, let's take a look at today's Capital One rewarding performance, and it goes to none other than Jordan Harrison, tying her career high with 23 points. Has done a little bit of everything, 4 rebounds and 5 assists.
A bit of everything, dishing it out to teammates, crashing the glass, just ripping and going off the bounce, being able to hit it from beyond the arc. We talked about the defense. I mean, there isn't really anything that Jordan Harrison is not doing, and her performance has just been absolutely rewarding for West Virginia.
Watching her through the Big 12, she's in the top 15 in multiple categories. 5th in steals, 10th in assists, 13 in points per game. Quinterly, she can do that too.
Quinterly is just playing with so much confidence. Still clapping, still chewing that gum, out there having fun.
She needs a gum deal if she's still chewing that gum. Where's the flavor?
She's an NIL deal for whatever gum she's chewing on.
How many Mountaineers tried to get in on that block party?
I mean, they're all just so stingy defensively. They want to all get in on the action, steals, blocks, defensive rebounds. I mean, you see 1, 2 in there, trying to get hands on there, but gonna get the call.
It's reminiscent of the Monstars. They're like, yeah, you're not getting anything easy at the rim. Space Jam with the Jordan version. Let's stay at the first version, though.
Oh yeah, well, please stay with the first version.
Since we are in Carmichael Arena, I think that's so fitting. And we probably...
And because the first version, we regardless, I don't care where we are, we staying with the first version of Space Jam, okay?
It's fine with me. Columbia showing some pressure. JJ tried to reach in, pulled her hand back. And an offensive foul against Columbia. Go against Collins. That'll be her 4th. So Susie Raffu will check in the ball game. Columbia with a season-high 22 turnovers. And this is after the speech of fake a pass to make a pass.
I mean, there really wasn't much they can do. That's just how good West Virginia is, and just taking teams completely out of their game, making them lose their minds.
That's another thing, too. When you fake a pass and make a pass, that means you have to beat the press in the first place, and that was something that was very difficult for them to do in the first half. JJ trying to dish it inside to Moore, as the jump ball will go back to Columbia. Susie Raffu, we're seeing some moves put on by her in this ball game. We saw her a little bit more established in the paint against Washington. And moving forward, there should be free throws for Columbia. Much more aggressive look for them going to the rim as they're in the bonus. So Susie Raffu steps to the free throw line, has not done well from the charity stripe this season, just shooting 42%. The junior from England. Drops that one in. The second consecutive turnover. It will be a tie-up, actually. As Mia Broom was in on the action. So the jump ball going to the Mountaineers this time. They too have really struggled taking care of the ball. They have 19 turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've been seeing all game. Hands all over the ball and bodies flying all over the floor at this point in the game. I mean, you gotta credit the grit for Columbia that they're playing with. Not letting up despite the score.
West Virginia has 4 turnovers in the last 2.5 minutes. Cross-court pass finds Quinterly. You can tell they're trying to slow down the pace of this game as they have a good handle on this one. High hedge by Perry Page. Quinterly the dish. Another one, and a foul. Mia Broom. Will pick up her third. And now West Virginia in the bonus. So Jordan Thomas, the ceiling you have not seen from her yet, but what a ceiling indeed. The freshman at Carrollton, Texas, averaging 6 points this season, already above that with 9. Leads the team with 71 offensive rebounds. Her activity, and you mentioned it in the first half, just her activity in the paint. Really excited to see her moving forward as well.
I'm always ride for my big girls. I love it. And she's been working, getting position, carving out space, which allowed her teammates to get into the driving lanes. As you were saying, attacking the glass, defense, protecting the rim.
Personal foul on West Virginia, number 2, Kyle Watson.
I mean, I'm definitely Team Thomas.
It's a good thing to do. Is Kaya Watson picks up the foul there, her second. Susie Raskew back at the free throw line, and we've already gotten into how important stepping to the free throw line, and we've seen in March Madness as well. We've seen already a couple of ones in the first round come to a close because of free throws. So a lane violation will give them one more.
You get another chance. You got to make this one.
It's because you said it, Asia.
I know,
Just leave it there.
Wire my mouth shut.
JJ, a little bit too much juice on that one. Coach even saying, all right, let's calm down a little bit. Mark Kellogg, in his first season, finished in a tie for fourth in the Big 12 with Kansas State behind TCU, Baylor, and Oklahoma State. But this is a team that's been challenged all season too, as Columbia gets another one. But they have a net ranking of 12.
Yeah, I mean, this challenging all season long. I mean, talk about the Big 12 and how packed that conference is. Battled against TCU, lost in the semifinal game. You see how good that team is. But it's that resume that they build that gets them. We talked about getting prepared for this moment right here. It's from everything that they've done all season long.
Yeah, less than 2 minutes to go. We're not saying the game is done, but you also have to credit to Columbia on how they got here. Had 4 straight 20-win seasons. After last year in the first 4, losing to Vandy in the first 4, Kitty said, you know what, we're going to be back. And indeed, they were back in an impressive performance in the Ivy League for them to have a 3-bid conference. So turnover there is Watson waiting for everyone else to come back.
And Kitty, the most winningest player in Columbia program history. Defensive player of the year for the conference has been outstanding. And Collins, who transferred in and completely propelled this program into a winning season and being able to get here, she was a huge part of that as well.
Both seniors have contributed in a major way as JJ gets another 2 at the other end. And what I talked about with Coach too is just like, even beyond this, because of how tough, because of how gritty this team is and what she instills in them in the program, the culture with Columbia, She's building leaders. She's building women that are going to dominate and lead in different boardrooms after they leave this program.
Oh, there's not a, I mean, you talk about the IQ and the Ivy League, the smarts that comes with that, but as you said, the culture, the toughness that she instilled in every single one of these players, the discipline. I mean, you said it, they're gonna be leaders, not just on the court as we've seen, but leaders in life.
Going back to Kitty Henderson, coach said, the tougher I'll outlast you player her whole career, as Cecilia Collins checks out of this ball game. With a minute and 1 second left, she's looking up and figure out if she'll be back on the floor. She does have the 4 fouls. Might see some offense, defense. And we do see her.
Coming right back.
So because both teams were in the bonus, it's free throws the rest of the way, which is 54 seconds left in this ball game. As Mia Broom will take a seat. How about the performance from J.J. Quinterly? We knew she was good, but she showed everyone in her first game this tournament what she's all about.
I mean, it's that speed. I watched her speed on film, but that thing looks different live in action here on the court. I mean, I have whiplash, like just back and forth watching her go, and even that switch in mindset where she scores offensively, but then quickly has to jump into the press. I mean, that's all of them across the board for West Virginia. That's what I find so impressive.
Quinterly in double figures all 31 games with 20 plus on 16 different occasions now. How about a 30-burger on 3 different occasions? She's a walking bucket, but I love what Coach talked about. She's gone through 3 different coaches in this program, and she talked about wanting to be and last and leave a legacy here with West Virginia, and has an opportunity to do so. Said she wanted to lead this program in steals. She has a few to go.
Has a few to go indeed, but I mean, that's what I love, and that's what we're seeing more, because she is a Virginia kid. Just seeing those kids stay at home and build their programs, leave legacies, like you said, is an incredible thing to watch. And I mean, to stay through 3 different head coaches at this program, it shows her loyalty to Virginia, to the state of Virginia, to West Virginia as a program, and it's paid dividends. I mean, she's been outstanding. And I mean, look what they are now.
The senior from Norfolk, Virginia, has about 40 people in attendance today.
Family reunion out there.
Why not? Harrison gets the ball back up top. And they'll take as much time off the clock as possible in the shot clock. 8 left. And the dish off the foot of Thomas. So Columbia does have 19.6 left. It almost feels like there's more time on the clock because of their commitment to finishing out this game the right way. Riley Weiss, just short on the 3. Raphew rolls that one in. And the full court press as well. Columbia that went 23-6, 24-6 on the season, 13-1 in the Ivy, and their season will come to a close, but not before the celebration of these seniors that have been able to say we got the first NCAA tournament win with Kitty Henderson and Cecilia Collins.
Columbia's been absolutely impressive, a team that's been so fun to watch all season long. You saw that Ivy League, New York toughness, and they will be back next season, okay? They will be back, but credit West Virginia in the way they were able to come out and play.
Yeah, because West Virginia will be back on Monday for that game for the winner of North Carolina and Oregon State. Well, the final score today, West Virginia 78-59. Catch us back here in Chapel Hill Central on ESPNU in about 30 minutes for Oregon State and North Carolina.